Hi, this is Kelly. This is Kim. Welcome to the Skinny. So yesterday at the Weight Watcher scale, I gained 0.8 and that takes me to 135, which is my low end of my weight range. I had gone out of it below it, so I'm right at the low end. So good space for me. I like being at 134, which was out of my range, but 135 is my happy place. So I'm feeling good about that. I was not thrilled at the scale yet again. I gained 0.6, was surprised, didn't expect it, felt great. Thought I was so uber excited about going in and seeing a decent loss, and I was looking forward to it. It's not what happened. So I really have to acknowledge my plateau. Acknowledging the platew. Maybe that's just a thing. Acknowledge the plateau and set it free. I've been in one since the fall. And I you know what? I think I just need to figure it out because I'm frustrated. Okay, then instead of being frustrated, let's do. It's natural to be frustrated. So if you're in my boat, but then our frustration is natural. Yes, and then let's do two things. Okay, let's do two things. Okay, acknowledge where you've been. Acknowledge the frustration. Okay, and ask it to leave. Yes. Well, how about acknowledging where you've been and where you are now? I know. Okay. But that doesn't make the long time plateau. No, but that's step one. Step one. Step two is, okay, let's step back and see what are the things we can do. What can I try? Well, and you have tried some things. I have tried several things that have not made a difference. Let's try something else. Let's recap. Okay. What have you tried? Went on the water, and I've been doing that for several weeks. And, it is what yeah, I'm in hell. 64 ounces my diet. Off the diet pop. I miss my diet. Clearly, that's not helped. But you know what? I didn't do that to shake up my plateau. No, but that could be a shake up. But, hey, and some people said they see lots of difference when they do both of those things. Yeah. It's made no difference for me. But that's okay. That wasn't the purpose. No. So, but those are still staying in place. Mm-hmm. And I felt really good about the diet pop's been fine. Or soft drinks, whatever we call it, pop here in Cincinnati. It's been hard. Kelly's struggled, but she's been doing it. She's been good. I mean, she limits herself that if she absolutely has to have it, it's one a day, and that's what I do too. The more times than not, there's not a day. But if there's a day I gotta have one, I will have one, and that's it. So bad. I miss it so bad. But you know what? It's not as bad as I thought. But my stomach ache, just getting a stomach ache every time. It's just, if I drink one, the fizz. And there's not a ton of fizz in the Mellow Yellow Zero, so I don't get a really bad stomach ache because it's one, and I stop. Yeah, so that's helped. That's good. Yeah. Yes. So I've done that, so it's been fine. So what I've decided, and you thought freestyle would be a good shake up. Yeah, I mean that was like, here's a shake up for me. No, that wasn't it either. So somebody in my meeting she came up to me, was talking to me after our meeting and said she's hypothyroid too. And she said one of the things for people who are hypothyroid is that carbs can be, you really have to watch your carbs. So I kind of Googled some things and did a little bit of research. And there's some studies that show, we should not be carb free. We should not be Atkins people. If you're hypothyroid, they say that's not good for us. That's not good for us. But like most people, there are some people out there who really bodies are better if they watch their carbs and they're trying to be moderate with it. And I like my carbs. So maybe I'm eating too many. And she pointed out to me an apple is 25. Yeah. And I eat sometimes 2 a day when they're in season. Right now they're really good. They're really good. So I'm going to start just paying attention to what I'm doing with the carbs and trying to minimize apples, maybe strawberries. Maybe strawberries and blueberries, which I love. It's not a hardship. Yeah. So none of that's a hardship. But maybe minimize my carb to maybe really one meal and kind of just watch it, shake it up a little bit, and kind of watch that I'm not overdoing it with the carb and see if that maybe helps things. Because some people say they notice they do better if they minimize their carbs and they keep it maybe to one meal versus all three, or if they keep it, like I know my first meal in the morning is only 5 carbs and that's my shake because it's high in protein. So I'm helping myself there with that. Right. So I'm just going to watch the carbs at lunch and, and then try to keep them to a minimum at dinner and just see how that does for me. Yeah, because you could do this for a couple weeks and it could totally shake you off your plateau and you could be That's what I'm hoping. And then maybe it'll get me to a point where I am eating better with the protein and really watching the carbs and maybe I don't need so many. I'm not saying cut them out completely out of my life, but really just really pay attention to them because I really don't.
Yeah.
So maybe I should. Maybe my body wants me to.
Yeah.
So I think it's figuring out what's going to work best for you. So I'm going to give it a whirl. If you're at a plateau and you're a carb person like I am, maybe test the theory. Can't hurt anything. The diet and the water were something I changed, so maybe I need to change this too.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it to the test.
It's worth the exploration.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what all of this is learning about you and your
Figuring
body.
it out. I mean, for you, obviously, it's really not an issue, but maybe for me it is.
Well, I've had plateaus, and maybe that would have been helpful
Maybe.
for a plateau. And I think at one point, I'm pretty sure at one point, I cut my carbs a little bit too.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody
always
always
cross legs.
tries something. You know, it's the shaking it up, and it doesn't mean that you have to
No.
minimize your carbs forever. It may be that you shake it up for a couple weeks and it's fine, and you
Yeah.
would go back to normal, and still find weight loss happening.
Sure,
So
sure.
it's, to me, it's like worth making sometimes the effort to test things out, test the theory. You know, I at one point tested the theory because I was eating like 2 bananas or 3 bananas a day.
Oh yeah,
And I
we
thought,
can't do that.
that's the big common denominator in all of this, and that was what increased. And I noticed for a week or two. And so I said, you know what? I'm going to have 1 banana a day, and I noticed a big difference in breaking a plateau. But to this day, I mean, I can eat 2 bananas now, and it doesn't affect my.
I usually only eat one a day if I eat them.
One
it's
is my general, but I'll eat 2 a day too, and it's not hurt me now. You know, it was never an issue. And everybody says, well, bananas are zeros. Yes, they're zeros. But it's not about that it's zero.
Always.
Sometimes it's about the makeup of the food with your body. It's because every physical body is different. Where carbs may, be an issue for somebody, it might not be an issue for me. Every physical being is different.
So just try shaking that up if you have an issue. If you're eating the same fruits all the time, maybe that's
Change
and
up
you're
your
change it up a little bit.
See what happens.
I think another thing that I did today, I wore something. I bought something a while ago that was a smaller size, and I hadn't worn it yet because it was a little snug. But I did put it on, and I think your body settles. And it fit really, and I'm wearing it right now. It's a skirt, which I don't ever wear skirts, but I've got it on with boots. And I was so super excited today. I felt so good today, and I felt so comfortable with what I was wearing today. And
but being at this plateau, though, that's a good thing to concentrate on.
Well, yeah, it made me feel good. I mean, I put it on, and I felt really good about it. And then someone at church commented, they were like, "Oh my gosh, you guys look so good." And we were talking, and I said, well, I got 12 more pounds to go. I was 12-ish. And she said, no, you don't. And I said, well, to get to where she is, yeah, I do. And she goes, wow. And she goes, I don't see that. But
no,
that felt
and I
good.
tell her that all the time.
I know, but clearly there's a difference. I can't wear your clothes. I can't wear your pants. I can't wear they're tight. Can I get them on? Yeah, but can I button them? No.
Right.
They're snug in certain spots. So I know when I lose, those are the places that it's going to go.
Yeah. But, but you got to concentrate on that feeling.
That felt really good. So it made me feel good, and it eased a lot of that frustration I was feeling. And I know you had 1 year that was one big plateau.
Oh, yeah.
I know you did. I mean, I see you did, and I know it.
Oh, yeah.
So I need to I'm going to let it go, but I'm not going to stop trying to figure out what I can do to help maybe bust through it. Going to keep trying regardless.
And that's just what this is all about is to keep trying and to feel good about yourself and to think of ways that you can help yourself. And if making an effort to try that shakes up your plateau and you start to lose, that's great. But at the same time, I think don't agonize so much about where you're heading that you don't appreciate where you are.
Yeah. Yep.
That makes sense.
And I'm fortunate to have a doctor's appointment next month. So I will kind of see if things don't work out. Maybe my thyroid will get checked next month, and I will chat with her about really taking a look at my current blood work versus the last 6 months ago to see if maybe something needs to change. And I'll let her know, since my last blood work, I can't seem to get it off. It seems to be up and down, and see if she notices anything different with it.
Yep. But since we were speaking a little earlier about our drinking habits right now, which is, with the lack of diet soda, Chris at Weight Watchers, our Weight Watchers meeting, he brought in these Kirkland drinks, and we've busted them out already.
Yes.
And
They
you can
are
tell,
Costco
wait a minute,
brand.
you can tell by which one has been the most popular, because this one is down to here. Yeah. This is it's a Kirkland brand.
From Costco.
Costco. Tropical Mango.
And the dragon fruit.
Is fantastic.
And they're both really good. I gotta say, and and the reason I'm pointing this out is if you're struggling to find a substitute for your diet drink, I hear ya. We hear you.
These are not fizzy.
These are not fizzy, which is the point.
Yeah.
And they're good. And you don't get the rest of that mango. The rest of that mango's mine.
We're going to be fist fighting over the mango, the tropical
So
mango.
when we buy the case, because we're going to Costco today, there will be initials put on the mango.
Put my initials on top of the mango.
We'll divide them up evenly, and you touch my mango, you're in trouble.
Touch my mango, you die. The mango is really good.
So thank you, Chris, because we really were desperate for some
It has more flavor
options.
than like if you're drinking like
does.
the Powerade Zero or anything
love
like that.
Powerade Zero, but this has a lot more flavor.
Way more flavor.
And it's really, really good.
Oh.
And they've got vitamins in it. I do want to check one thing. The sodium is, it's really sad that I really have to have glasses to tell. No sodium.
Oh, even better.
1 carb. And that's actually, it's 2 servings per, so it's like 2 carbs for the whole thing.
There's only a little bit left. I should have it.
Wow.
All gone. The tropical mango.
Well, the dragon fruit's really good too.
I'm not going to diss the dragon fruit, but the
And
tropical
there's a couple
mango,
apparently there's a couple other flavors in the pack as well. So more than just these 2. And both of these are lovely.
Yum. They're really,
So if you're like we are and constantly searching
for
for
flavor.
substitute, something with flavor that's a beverage that's, well, 1, no calories. There's no, let me see if there's any sweeteners in here too.
What sweeteners in there?
Natural flavor, let's see.
There's delish.
No, yeah, there's sweeteners in here. But if you're not averse to the sweetener,
Yeah,
then
well,
you would
and that's
be
not
fine.
all. This won't be all I drink. I drink
No,
water.
no, but it's an option if you really need something that's got some flavor
And
to it,
sometimes-
and you're struggling, because that can be
I need
really
some
hard.
flavor.
Sometimes the flavor has to happen.
I have to have flavor.
I mean, sometimes it
Sorry.
just does, because you get sick of drinking the same thing. That's this little thing of hair right there. We go. I'm sorry, it was driving me nuts because I'm watching myself and I'm like, sometimes it just drives you crazy.
So we have a couple of thanks we want to give.
We do.
Out. Paige Lewis sent us such a sweet card and some pictures, and it was we love hearing from. We love hearing
this
from
idea.
our subscribers. It's always fun to hear from you. And she sent us these aren't these cute, these measuring spoons, and they're little turtles.
And she's done so well. Look at that. This is what she has left. She looks phenomenal.
Yeah.
That is so exciting.
Thank you, Paige,
It is
so
so
much.
exciting. She's almost to goal.
Almost to go.
So hopefully,
Thank you for these. They're
oh
so
my
cute.
gosh. Hopefully, you know what? I hope you get to go before I do. I mean, you
Do
go.
it,
'cause
and let
you-
us know.
I mean, yeah, obviously, you're close.
You're close.
So
Let us know.
go. I mean, it's exciting. It is exciting when you get so close, and sometimes that's the hardest part of it all.
Yeah. Do you want to do the next
So,
one?
yeah. Also, we must thank you, Wendy.
This is from Wendy Brox.
Oh my gosh.
Well, her sister's an artist, and she made
Clearly,
these.
these are so cool.
They are turtle pins.
And they come in a little box with stars on it and
And
turtles.
I'm going to take mine off so I can put it you can't see it on the pattern on my shirt is so crazy
Isn't
weird.
he cute?
And he looks so good on your black shirt.
He really does.
Isn't he cute? He's a pin. He's adorable.
He looks adorable on
love him.
on this solid color.
He does. He
I'm gonna have to name
disappears
him.
on my pattern.
Maybe I'll name him Fergus.
Fergus.
Does he look like Fergus the
He looks
turtle?
like a Fergus.
Okay, there you go.
Oh, yeah. You
Fergus
like the
the
F
turtle.
names because it makes you think of Fiona.
Fiona. Oh, maybe.
Fergus
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no. Thank you so much.
Yes,
Thank
love
you. Thank
it.
you.
So
I
I
love our
wearing it
turtles.
today. Love my turtle wearing today.
Yeah, he's my pattern doesn't do a thing for him at all.
I know.
I have to change shirts.
You have to change. He looks better on solid.
So we will see you next week.
Hopefully,
Right?
I will be lighter.
Later.
Hopefully, this will have worked out.
Yes.
Bye. Bye.